I'd like to use this opportunity to give a cordial greeting to everyone and to wish each of you a nice day. This is yet another unusual screen sharing that I have for you today because I want to talk to you about BRICS and show you a few snippets from the animation. I hope you enjoy it. BRICS may have interacted with the majority of the nations in BRICS rather than with Ripple in the past, and we are aware that this has been proven. BRICS has also communicated with Ripple. As a result of the introduction of BRICS' brand new payment method, there has been a significant amount of conversation regarding the various ways in which the platform could be utilized by the organization. While the market as a whole is seeing a decline of 2.2% today, XRP has managed to maintain its 1.4% gain, despite the fact that the rest of the market is experiencing downward pressure. In the event that you find it entertaining to talk about Ripple and XRP, I would be grateful if you would hit the like button, write a comment in the comments section, and share the video with people from all over the world. To begin, if you have not already done so, you need to immediately join up for our Telegram. This is the very first thing that you should do. You can come in here with the idea that I will never send you a direct message first. Since there are impersonators in the globe, the service is entirely free, and you can come in here with that understanding. On the other hand, I was granted permission to pause this mark, whether you are a gentleman or a lady. This information was delivered to this location today by a man who is a part of our telegraph line. Consequently, I shall not play it for you in this manner. Considering that we are living in this age of the internet and that we are accustomed to having knowledge available whenever we want it, it is absurd to even fathom the possibility of such a thing happening. That is a beautiful thing. A small open economy exists in Peru that does not exist in the United States, and I would like to possibly focus a little bit of my attention on that. When it comes to international payments, it is only natural that developing nations confront a higher challenge than developed economies, but advanced economies face a challenge that is comparable. Before you get started, however, it could be a good idea to take into consideration once more how much quicker it is to make a payment to London. This is something you should think about before you get started. After you have finished packing your bags, boarding an airplane and travelling to London, you will be able to meet the person who will be receiving the gift. Additionally, the suitcase was handled by someone. Because of this, the process of making a payment by electronic means will continue to take more time than that of traditional methods. In addition to this, it is essential that we do not overlook this video clip that is immensely entertaining. On June 8th, 2024, it is feasible that payments will be able to travel across the globe more quickly than they can be done electronically. However, there is no need to be concerned about this possibility because XRP is continuously revolutionizing the world through the payment system. According to David Schwartz, who outlines his one-of-a-kind role as Chief Technology Officer at Ripple, this is not what it sounds like at all. At one point in time, I had the desire to do some playing for you guys. When we discussed the role of a traditional Chief Technology Officer having an impact on employee number 2, what precisely does this imply? What role do you play in making sure that everything runs smoothly when it comes to having employee number 2? It was mentioned to me once while I was participating in a podcast for Chief Technology Officers TTOs, and, David, you are the Chief Technology Officer of Ripple. It was advised to us by your administration that we create this podcast due to the fact that you are not the ordinary Chief Technology Officer. I was just curious about the typical Chief Technology Officer and wanted to ask some questions. This was a really funny thing to say because, as you surely already know, it is one of those jobs where different people have different notions about what it means to play. This is something that you probably already come to know. The activities that they engage in with them are not typically categorized into a specific category. It should come as no surprise that a sizable piece of my work entails, in a sense, acting as a technical advocate for Ripple. As the second most senior employee at Ripple, it is my duty to serve as the official repository for all of the judgments that we have made and the reasoning that has led to those findings. I am responsible for this responsibility. When someone asks you why you did something, you will be able to respond by responding, "I know why we did it. This will allow you to make a positive impression." In spite of the fact that the decision does not turn out the way you had anticipated, it is still important to grasp the reasoning behind it because it can assist you in avoiding making the same mistakes again and again. It is also important to note that a sizable percentage of my work is tied to the general strategy of the business because of the fact that it is possible that you have guessed that we are a top company that is rapidly evolving in a rapid pace. You are unable to simply inquire about the desires of your customers since either they do not yet exist or you already own them. This is because of the fact that you are unable to simply query about their desires. To provide a more realistic description, it is more of a discipline that entails keeping track of external changes in the industry, such as regulations, technological advancements, and internal ideas that you have, then integrating that information into a plan, and then fine-tuning that strategy. In spite of the fact that this accounts for a significant portion of the work that is carried out by representatives of Ripple's upper management, When I was younger, I learned that if there is something that you have to do it by yourself, or else it won't be done. This is one of the things that I learned. There is a propensity for me to concentrate on the fact that I do not have zero reports, that nobody reports to me, and that nobody is my employer. One thing that I value is this particular aspect. In order to achieve this goal, you will be able to put in the most effort in the areas in which you believe the rewards will be the greatest. If I do not complete it, there will be no gaps in the work, which is a fortunate condition, because it means that I will be able to take a year off. On the other hand, I would want to believe that Rebel would make things a little bit worse if I allowed myself to take a year off and everything would continue to be the same. I would like to believe this because I would make it a little bit worse. This activity is being carried out since it is identical, which is the reason in question. To phrase it another way, there would be no specific jobs that were left unfinished. With the exception of the things that I have included, none of these things are going to take place. XRP is currently receiving a lot of attention as a result of Russia's confirmation of a new payment system for the big three countries. It has been stated by the President of Russia, Vladimir Putin, that the country aims to introduce a payment system that is based on the cryptocurrency known as XRP. Specifically, the article was published on the CoinGate website. The BRICS group is apparently looking into a new payment method for the settlement of cross-border payments, and XRP is one of the potential options that are being evaluated. This information comes from publications. It has been established that the plan to relocate is feasible, and there is a high probability that this will result in a substantial rise in the value of the currency. CoinGate, on the other hand, has for the most part managed to keep a reputable reputation over the entirety of its existence. The fact that this is not always the case is something that we are only able to hypothesize about at this point in time. To put it another way, this is not meant to lead one to believe that this is the only thing that is taking place. It has been revealed that XRP is perhaps being considered for the payment plan, which is the only difference between the two types of plans. A significant portion of this can be attributed to the fact that they have maintained communication with the BRICS nations for a huge amount of periods of time. The Russian financial institution known as the BRICS Bank was the one that initially initiated a project that was for the purpose of carrying out the execution of cross-border transfers. Additionally, because XRP is well known for its quick and affordable transactions, it appears to be a viable alternative that the bloc is investigating in order to fulfill its aims regarding international payment. This is due to the fact that XRP is considered to be a great foundation for the development of a system that will facilitate the group's crossing of international borders. Although I would be grateful if you could share your opinions with me, I would not be surprised if they entirely included XRP into the system. Thank you for your time and consideration. I would want to make a suggestion that you read this to me as a final point of discussion. I received a message from a subscriber on X, which was formerly known as Twitter. The message included the following question: "Hey, would you be able to assist me in comprehending something at this moment?" Despite the fact that I am aware that the majority